Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another Manchester United podcast, number 49. As always, make sure you drop that subscribe to the channel. We're a few off 1K. I say this every show, but it is what it is. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Tell your granddad, tell your grandma, it's so good. We're joined here by an unbelievable panel. You love to see it. First and foremost, I don't know which one he is, if he's Iniesta or Xavi. We've got the whole
Iniesta. I'm Iniesta.
Coach,
yes. I'm good, man. I'm good. The way is, even yesterday when I did my podcast as well, someone said one of you's Henri, one of you's Adebayor, you pick, and then someone came and said Coach was Henri, and I was like, you know what?
Strong.
Boom.
James just violent. You say Xavi's better, so you know he's basically saying. Listen, we got the homie from Trafford Tunnel, one of the most energetic brothers I know.
We've got to do this, Marshall. The pillow is gonna be standing. This pillow is not coming down.
Kojo, we're gonna put it down tonight, my
friend. Oh, mate.
What you saying, brother?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm looking forward to this. Big up for having me on the show all the time with great people tonight. I think this is going to be good, man. Even though the camp's not positive at United, we're going to bring that positivity.
Yes.
We'll try.
That's. And also, we got a homie, one of the best podcast hosts in the business. Yes, dudes from the States. Oh, no, wait. We're in second. We're not on the Arsenal thing anymore. The homie, what are you saying, brother?
Usmaan, you got too much, man. You're too much. No, man, I'm here. I'm here, man, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me. I don't know about this best and all of that. I'm just here, man. Just chat football and catch them vibes, you know? But thanks for having me, man.
So, already in the mud.
Chill out, you get out of me.
And last but not least, the homie. Listen, it's always a pleasure having you on the fan calling show. Man's always smiling, but lately we have been smiling. But nonetheless, we're always positive. The homie from United Team Talk. We got Jerry in the building, bro. What you saying?
Yeah, man, all smiles. You know what? Today, I woke up to the Europa League theme song. Like, I just.
Hey, Jerry. Yeah, after watching Barcelona last night, we should have been playing them. The
quality, the difference in quality was just mad. But yeah, man, all good. Obviously, glad to be here. Appreciate every time, guys. Let's get Usmaan to 1K. And yeah, man, this stream should be good, man. Let's go.
Yes. You love to see it. But listen, I was kind of thinking about, obviously, us not being in the Champions League. And what I took away from yesterday was that, to be honest, the Europa League music's better. So I'm quite happy with that. It's better, man. It's better, man. Just keep telling yourself that, man. The man's playing on the run workout one. But listen, we got to start with the Europa League. Sadly, as the boys kind of alluded to, first and foremost, I just kind of want to get your guys' sort of thoughts on the competition. Coach, do you think we need to take it seriously first and foremost?
I want to say yeah, but I'll be watching EastEnders instead. So it's one of them ones where I want the team to win stuff at the end of the day.
We got early kickoff. We got early kickoff tomorrow, so you might have to catch both.
Oh, what time?
I didn't know that.
5:55 still.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, gosh,
so,
gonna be pissed.
So we're watching instead. Hollyoaks. Nah, I want the team to win things at the end of the day. I've always been an advocate of if it enters your trophy cabinet, it's big enough for me. So as far as I'm concerned, look, give it a go. Real Sociedad are a good side though. They're not to be played around with. So any complacency will be dealt with. So yeah, go for it. Go and try and win the game, man. Try and get the first leg head start, and then close in the second leg and goes into the next one.
Yeah, no, they're definitely a good team. But in terms of the whole competition, Tyrone, obviously we've got the homie Daniel, as you mans will know him. United broken me. You have somewhere on my. Don't worry, bro, man. This is the real.
Shout out Dan.
Yeah, big up Dan, man.
All right.
That's my guy, bro. That's my guy. But Tyrone, what you're saying, look, obviously, look, if we want to be the champions, let's not be around the bush there. But in terms of the competition itself, is it a case that surely we got to go out and try and win the thing now, man? We're one of the best teams about.
Yeah, do you know what? I think it'll be a missed opportunity if we don't go for it, man. I know Kodjo's thinking Hollyoaks. I know Dan's thinking he's not even going to be home from work yet. But do you know what? If you think about it this way, if we get knocked out, could you imagine how much like we're going to get spoken about? So the thing is, people could play it down and all that, but really, still, we're football players. They're football players. They've got a job to do. And to me, if it's a competition that we can win, then go and win it, man. But I think Kodjo's bang on right. You've got to close it out in the first leg. We've seen the trouble. I think it was like 4 years ago when Athletic Bilbao played us and they took us off the park. I ain't wanting part two. Let me tell you that now. I don't want none of part two. We know that we know that Sociedad are going to be technical. So I think we need to go there and just try and score as many goals as we can because they're threatening. Their threat is forward, but they're not great defensively. So for me, yeah, we've got to take this competition seriously when we're not winning games in the league.
100%, man. Like, for me personally, I'm a bit worried because, I reckon against Spanish teams, if I'm not wrong, we haven't beaten one in like God knows how long in knockouts.
I looked earlier, 9 games.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I was about
what was the last one? Celta.
Celta Vigo.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, in the Europa League as well?
Yeah, remember when we beat Ajax in the final?
Yeah. Semi-final, right? I thought
that trophy, that trophy was like a fraud trophy. That run to the final was the easiest thing I've ever seen.
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, bro.
You're terrible. We didn't say come with the facts, yo. Come on, man.
Yeah, we're winless. We're winless in the last 9 games. Last 9 European matches.
Sevilla, Barcelona.
Real Madrid. Yeah, that Modric banger, innit?
Oh, yeah. When Ronaldo dealt with
Barca probably a couple of times, didn't it?
Yeah, Barca as well, yeah. It's peak, man.
Sevilla twice, though.
Sevilla twice, yeah. Sevilla twice.
My God.
Hey, we've had some painful times,
Yeah, these Spanish teams they keep bodying us, man. But Sam, speaking of which, we know regarding the Spanish teams, look, we know what we're going to expect. They're going to be a high position team. As Terrence said, defensively they're not brilliant, but they've got quality technicians in that team. But in terms of what you expect from Manchester United, what are your thoughts going into this one?
If I'm honest, I'm quite optimistic, to be honest, because. In November sort of times when we went to your PSGs and your RBs, and I thought that, Oli would be in trouble. We then put on performances. And I know, obviously, in Turkey, we were poor, and that's ultimately where we lost that group within Turkey. The going down against PSG, Martial missing chances as well. But I do think that our performances in the Champions League this season were actually quite good and better than I expected. So I'm hoping that we carry that form into tomorrow's game, really. And just, we're a counter-attacking team, isn't it? Ollie's got that sort of tactic on lock. I'm no doubt about that when we play counter-attacking football, we are really dangerous. And I expect him to play that tomorrow. And I think that will be dangerous, man. So I'm quite optimistic that we'll get some away goals.
Yeah, no, 100%. I hear you, man. Like, in terms of, we have been good in the Champions League. You are right. That 2-1 loss against Istanbul was that was a pick of the bunch, that one for me.
Yeah.
Firstly, great result. Denver Bar scoring against Matic and that. But but listen, in terms of our form going into this one, Jerry, it's not brilliant at the moment. We can't. Beat around the bush, but how are you feeling? What do you want to see from us? Because we were saying on the WhatsApp earlier, the football's been atrocious, really, hasn't it?
It's been dire, man. I can't lie because obviously with the form now, I don't know what Sam's saying, but I'm not optimistic. I'm pessimistic as hell. Like I'm actually scared that we can be embarrassed tomorrow. David Silva plays for this team, innit? Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Giannis, I will have a point to prove with the injuries that Oli came up with today in his presser. I'm thinking, Maguire, his comments just pisses me off. Like, I'm shocked for this game. Like, I think we need to win. I'm not hearing, let's get a result and 1-1. And if we don't win this game, I think we'll go out because I don't trust this team at Old Trafford this season.
But Jerry, don't forget, though, we're not even playing it there. We're playing Turin tomorrow, and it's neutral.
Yeah, but
which could be even worse, actually.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's a neutral ground, isn't it? I don't think home and away really makes that much difference anyway.
It does. It does with us. It does with us. Old Trafford's been, mate. I don't know.
It's of nightmares.
Yeah, man. I'm not looking forward to this game. Like, I don't know how we approach it. Sorry.
No, fine. Finish.
Yeah, I don't know how we approach it because the counter-attack thing, I get it, but with the injuries, like Martial, I don't know if he's doubtful. That's what Oli said. No Cavani, no Pogba, no Van der Beek. It's not looking good,
Well,
man.
you mentioned Van der Beek like he's only got a game, anyways.
No, but I think he would
Might
though.
be looking to see bench. Man's just going to take pictures for the gram, you know. He's not.
I think he'll play. You know what's mad? Because yesterday on IG he put preparation as key, and I was thinking, how the hell did he get injured from then till today? Like, what happened? What happened? Like, it's mad, but. Yeah, man.
It's Pete, man. The only player that can flip into the even playing gets injured, man. Well, him and Jones, and
But you know, when Oli needs to pull a result out, he gets a result. This is what I'm saying. This is what I think happens tomorrow.
Well, I'll take it.
Very can't see. I'm trying to convince you.
We needed to beat Sheffield. We needed to beat West Brom, Arsenal. What happened then? Nah, man, I'm done. I'm done with it.
The man's broken. Man's someone's put a Diallo masterclass in tomorrow, hopefully. And Cody, your thoughts on the injuries? Obviously, we're gonna go on to that anyways, as Jerry's alluded to. You know, McTominay is probably someone who would have started, you know, realistically, but we don't know if he's injured. What are your thoughts? Because Cavani's injured. We think Martial might be injured as well. Obviously, McTominay. Who else was it? Van der Beek. I think it was just done for. But like, what do you reckon? Who's he going to put in? Because a lot of people are thinking Diallo might get a game. No.
If I see it, I wouldn't mind it, but again, his first game to come into such a game like this. I don't know. You know how the fan base are as well. If he doesn't have a good game, despite it being new, despite being 18 years old, and despite being quite an experienced player with this team, it will be Diallo sacks. Just like when Chong was ripping it up for the youngsters, and Chong was doing his thing, and then Chong came off the bench for 15 minutes, didn't make much of an impact. Suddenly it was, this guy needs a loan. Get him out of here. We don't want him. So, what I'll say is this: if Martial and Cavani are Cavani is definitely injured. If Martial is injured as well, or he's not fit for the game, start Greenwood as number 9. That's what I'm asking for. Yeah. Simple as that. I do not want to see the government's new leader as the number 9 on the weekend. I don't want to happen, because as much as I love the guy, and as good as he is, he's not clinical. And I feel like we need someone that I feel like I can rely upon more as a striker. So he's the government's new leader, bro. That's not going to quit from that one, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I love the problem, you know.
The amount of shit Rashford was getting last night as well, by the way. Everyone was like, oh, who's comparing Rashford to Mbappe, X, Y, and Z? Just constant. But Rashford as well felt for the guy. Like, he posted something about Mbappe saying, oh, what a performance. And those of you just quoting and saying, if only you feed your teammates the way you flipping feed the kids. Like,
that's not fair, man.
People are just on his neck, my people.
I bet he fed one of their kids as well. Waste man, how dare you?
Oh, shit, yo. Taro, what are your thoughts, man? Obviously, I know you're Martial FC, but you know, do you agree with Kojo? Is it time for the new man in charge, Greenwood, new contract and all? Going to number 9, because it would make sense, really.
Nope.
What?
Sorry, Kojo. Nope.
That's right.
Wait, so who are you playing there?
So I think Martial will be past fit, and I think he has to play number. Right. This is what I think. I think tomorrow, front 4. I think Rashford has to play left. I think Greenwood right, and Martial up top. I think right now we just need to get some goals back in this side. I know the funny thing is, me and Simps were talking about this the other day. I don't know how we scored the most goals in the league, because if someone said to me now, describe a United goal, I couldn't even tell us what our trademark goal is. We just score random goals, kneecaps, deflections, I don't know, whatever you call them. But to me, I think Martial right now, I think if he plays tomorrow up top, I think he can cause them problems, man. So I think he does well in them Europe. I think he's got the runs in behind. I think his link up plays good, and I just don't think Greenwood, if I'm honest, I love the guy. Of course, he's got a sick future, but he's not ready to play up front yet for me.
Lead the line. He's right.
Yeah,
man.
He's not right to lead the line for me yet. And I think if we dash him in there and he leads the line, and this is my perfect example, Kojo. We lost 1-0 to Arsenal at home this season, and he played a diamond, Rashford and Greenwood up top. Gabriel had them all game.
Those
They could
two
not
don't work
hold
together at all. I don't know what it is. Those two don't work together at all.
and to me, that was the trial. And if you're going to play Greenwood up top by himself, and he struggled in a 2 with Rashford, what's he going to be like up top by himself? So for me, he's not ready to lead the line yet, man. I'm going Martial up top with man all day.
Well, obviously, if Martial's fit, I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Sam's, what you also it seems like you agree with that. We also got a comment from Bob saying, "On what evidence is Greenwood a good number?"
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's not there.
Well, it's because before you go steps quickly, just want to answer that because I know Bob's will want to answer. It's just basically because throughout his whole development up to the time when he came to the first team, he was brought up as a number 9, and we've seen the guy be a clinical number 9. I know it's at a lower level. I know that's a fact, and obviously it's different when you come to the top level, come from Premier League, and you come from a position. But if that's his natural position coming up as a youngster into his way into his first team, that's how he earned his way into the first team. I would like to see him have the opportunity to play as a number 9 at some point. And if it's a 2 or 1, yes, the game against Arsenal was an absolute disaster. Usmaan Rashford was a shambles, but I would like to see more of that. I don't want to use one game as just one reason, but again, he's young. There's time. So
a quick one just to answer. Sorry, Usmaan, I know you want to go to 7th, but do you think, and this is for everyone as well, with Greenwood, what's he now? Is he 19 now? Yeah.
19.
Okay, so do you think it might get to a point, if we don't start playing him up front, it's going to be like all of a sudden Greenwood 21, 22, and then we're going to start playing him up front, and all of a sudden we're going to expect him to try and nurture all these skills. So I feel like Kodjo's got a point, because if we don't put him in sooner rather than later, all of a sudden he's going to be 22, and everyone's going to be expecting him to be this all-round complete forward, when he won't be.
Yeah. I hear, first of all, I hear that. I do think Martial has to, if Martial's fit, Martial plays up.
He has to, yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't even discredited. I just think that I'm not sure if he's fit or not. But in terms of Greenwood, I do hear Cole's point. He does have to play up front as well. He scored that goal against, was it West Ham, that third one where he took that ridiculous touch on his left foot, and then bro, like he's got those moments. He's got the moments of brilliance. That's what. And the thing with Martial, right? I was just watching. Obviously, everyone knows who I'm on about. Adriano. I was watching Adriano, right? Because it just come out. I just seen someone post it. I don't even know who it was, but someone posted a compilation of Adriano, and I was just watching him, right? And I'm thinking, the amount of individual goals this man scores, right? He's like, I haven't seen that from Martial. If you saw that one against Martial, I can't remember what the team was called. That team had the black and white kit like Juve, and everyone was claiming it was Juve.
Was it Partizan Belgrade?
That bad boy goal that he took on everyone. Like, I'm not saying I expect him to do that every week in, week out, etc. But we haven't seen those individual brilliance. The thing that makes you a top number 9 at moments is creating goals from nothing. And Martial hasn't done that enough. And Greenwood has got that in him. He's done that on numerous occasions out on the wide. I do hear the point though that in the middle it's going to be a completely different ballgame, especially in the Premier League. He's back to goal game. He's going to have to improve. And at the moment, I think he's got a long way to go. But yeah, Sam, what are your thoughts on the Martial Greenwood debate? Who would you go for?
Yeah, look, I think obviously Martial has had he's had a tough season, and it's easy to just be like, let's be done with him. But he's still our player, and we have to remember like what he was able to do last season, and just hope that can still come to fruition this season. And I think the front 4 works better in the lineup that we will probably see tomorrow, with Martial up top, Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, Bruno in behind. That works well. There is movement there. It's frightening, especially in a game where we're going to be playing on the counter. Those 4 we know can work together and cause damage. So I think that is a better option to go with. Greenwood is a shooter. We all know that. But we've only seen him do that for Man United, operating from the right-hand side. I don't think working as a sole number 9 is going to be his best strength at the moment. But it is a bit of a weird situation, if I'm honest. Like, how do we integrate? Like, everyone keeps saying, oh, I have no doubt that, Green was going to be our number 9 going forward for years to come. And I'm just thinking to myself, how are we going to integrate him in as a number 9? Because everyone's still calling for your Haalands and all of these players. No one ain't saying, oh, let's promote Greenwood. Do you know what I'm saying? So it all sounds nice soundbite. Greenwood's going to be our number 9 for years. But in reality, I don't know how we actually transition him in there to be playing week in, week out as a number 9. So, but going back to tomorrow's game, I have to agree with Tyrone, man, that we play Martial up there, and we just hope that maybe this is the point where he can turn his season, because if Martial's playing better and on form, this is better for Manchester United. Don't get that twisted, and that then gives us extra few gears to go on for the rest of the season, man. So we want it to turn around, and hopefully it can be tomorrow.
100%, man. I hear that. Obviously, you know, I'm part of Martial FC, so you don't need to tell me twice. But in terms,
we got to fight Kojo in this one, boy. Kojo
he's gonna be bench pressing heavy in a bit. He's gonna be bench pressing heavy.
Yeah, but we've got a couple of comments, you know, obviously regarding the topic. You know, let me just get a couple on. Sorry, this one here. Martial does not get enough service. None of our strikers do. Even obviously Van Nistelrooy would struggle. I don't know about that one because Van Nistelrooy scored from literally anything. But I do hear the point in terms of lack of service. Also, this one here, which is what I was thinking about today. If I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you know, he's shown that his management is good. This is what I'll be telling him. At the end of the day, bro, you've just about broken to the French national team. You got a strong chance of winning. They've got a strong chance of winning the Euros. If you want to be on that plane, you need to fix up. You need to focus, and you need to be on job. Obviously, you know, people can say, well, of course, he's probably telling him that, but it does seem like there's some sort of, you know, he's put as well. Martial's feeling sorry for himself. Look, at the end of the day, you know, you're gonna have struggles as a striker, man. So many strikers go through barren spells. It's about how you come back, but hopefully, you know, tomorrow could be the night. But Jerry, in terms of what your thoughts are regarding the two players, you know, where do you sit, Greenwood or Martial for you? And obviously your thoughts on, you know, the whole Martial lack of form, so to speak.
Greenwood. Obviously, when I saw the news, the new contract, I was buzzing because it's like we forget how young he is and his potential is sky high. Like the right foot, left foot. I ain't seen anything like that before. Anyway, Martial. It's a frustrating topic because, like, I think tomorrow Europa League, I think that's his saving grace. Like, let's be real, he's had a crap season. I don't think, like we're in February now. Like, it's not been banging. He's been dead. Let's be real. For the Europa League now, I just want to go back to what Kojo said about Diallo quickly. Didn't Rashford get thrown in the Europa League as well? And look how he turned out. So I won't be opposed if Diallo did start because
no, he did. But this is what I'm saying.
Position, though, I would say.
How many times do we get niced? But he got away with it because he scored. If Diallo does not score or assist, he's getting crucified. Like, I feel sorry for him.
We got to leave him out tomorrow, man. Not tomorrow.
He's not Manc born and bred either. So
I'm scared.
That's true. That is true. Going back to Martial though. I think tomorrow is I will start him up front. Greenwood, I don't think he's ready to lead the line just yet. I heard Oli talking about today about let's give him a year or so to see if he's like a proper number 9. So I will start Greenwood on the right, Martial up top. Martial needs to come good because with Cavani out, this could be his chance to get back in the team. So
Real talk.
He needs to have a good performance tomorrow.
This is his firework, man.
Yeah, man. For Sunday, we're gonna need him. Cavani, I don't want to risk him back with his age and that. So Martial. Yeah, I don't know if I've given up on him. I don't think he's got that.
Don't give up on him, Jerry.
I don't think he has that number 9, the instinct as a striker. Like he's not a fox in the, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like he's not hungry for goals. It's like he's always hanging back. There were times in the last game there were crosses coming in and he was just no movement at the back post, and I'm thinking.
Narren, bro. That's a funny one, boy. Have to go shopping with his mum, you know.
Yeah, man. I need to see the hungriness. I need to see it.
Oh shit!
That's his expression, though. That's what he looks like when he's scoring and when he's not scoring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100. No, I hear that. Like, I think, you know, obviously, first and foremost, regarding the lack of service, I do think there's a case for that. You know, I was saying to Coach on one of the other podcasts that we did. In fact, it was the podcast that we did dedicated to myself, so don't want to dwell on it too much. But you know, I kind of said that we're not really playing the way we played last season when you got the best out of Martial, the best out of Rashford, the best out of Greenwood. That fluid front three is not being there. Like,
bang on, Usmaan, man. Bang on.
That's true.
These man's bagged 60 goals, like 63 goals amongst them, and we haven't gone back. So Martial used to hold the ball, they'd play into his feet, Rashford would run off him, or he'd play 1-2 with Bruno, Rashford, or Greenwood. I can't remember what team it's against when we score Greenwood and Martial. Literally, Greenwood and Martial play 2-3-1-2s in a tight area. Greenwood with his right foot.
West Ham at home.
West Ham, there you go, to make it 1-1. Like, we haven't, how many of those goals have we seen this season? There's another one, Martial against, I think it's Southampton. The ball gets played to him. It's just a nothing ball gets played to him. He holds the ball, plays the ball to Rashford, backstick. He finesses it, scores against Southampton while he's getting dragged down. How many of those situations Martial's been in this season? Not many. And I'm not saying that, we're not catering to his needs, but at the same time, for some reason, the things that we were doing well last season, in the final third, we're not doing them anymore. And I think
it's not only just him. Yeah, it's not only just him.
Because that's the thing though. Why is it all Martial though? Because if you look at our goals, we've got Fernandes on 14, I think Rashford on 14, Fernandes 15, and it drops to 5. But Martial's getting all of this, all of it.
Yeah. Because
he's,
the only reason why
he's the number 9 that everybody loves to hate. So when he scored all them goals last season, everyone was like, but why has he not done it for 5 years before? And they're waiting for him to fail. So as soon as this season comes and he's below par, it's I was right, he's not good enough. That's why he's getting the stick.
But this is what Daniel said as well. It's not so much lack of service, it's the system. And
he's right, man.
Listen, I can't want to touch on it. Like, I think you said it, Tyrone, how many goals that we score, you think, that's Man United. Apart from the counter attack, which for me personally, I'm not even going to count because you don't need to necessarily have counter tactics to do a counter attack. It's so put the ball and get the ball into a massive space when you got 99 pace Rashford on one side and next one was looking about 80 pace. You know what I mean? It's not like, that's amazing tactics. But like, how many team goals did we score? Like, I'll come to you, Coach, first and foremost, right? We don't score many team goals. Let's be real, regardless of who it may be. A lot of people on social media call us Moments FC, and I've started to realize that it is just a matter of individual brilliances.
I don't really particularly care how the goals are scored. Like, if Martial scores the next 10 goals by doing individual runs and they're slotting their bottom corner, I don't care how they go in. But the thing for me is, where I agree with the point of the fluidity of the front three is we haven't seen a lot of Greenwood this year for one reason or another. So that front three hasn't been together enough, in my opinion, to form another continue on that form that they had last season. And then when you look to the midfield as well, whether it's injuries or inconsistent lineups in terms of selection, one way or another, it hasn't been. There's no cohesion. There was no cohesion with the strike force and the midfield, so there's not been a link up well enough. You know what I mean? Players underperforming. It's not just it's not a Martial thing. I think Martial gets most of the brunt. Yes, because obviously, like Sem said, he's the guy that you love to hate. But I think also because Rashford, despite his poor form and his god-awful decision making,
he's got some big goals.
The stats, man.
He's still got some big goals. And this is what it is.
Give him insurance. That's the football insurance.
We're in the era of stats. People love stats above anything. It's crazy because when this thing started happening, when it started changing, it was like, for example, Van Nistelrooy, you scored this many goals, but he never did anything on the ball. You're talking about his in-game play, even though everyone here knows that Van Nistelrooy balled out. Everyone knows that. But, it was, Van Nistelrooy never did much apart from poach. Okay, but he got the goals. Suddenly, now it's the guy's getting the goals, but his performances overall are not good enough. But, he's scoring the goals anyway, so why does it matter? Of course it matters. Of course it matters. Because if you can score a hat-trick in 3 games and stink in the next 5, but if you saw 9 in 8, it looks fantastic. But he had 3 great games, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about just having a consistent good level of performance. Rashford hasn't done that. Martial hasn't done that. Greenwood's starting to show a little glimpse, but he's young anyway, so regardless, I've got time for him. So when it comes to system, listen, there's one person I want to mention his name, but if I go there, I'll be here for a long time. So what I'm going to say is Sem knows the energy.
Oh my God!
Mike Phelan.
Energy.
Oh shit! I can't stand. But listen, the title of the video is "Toothless without Paul, Bile, Pogba." Since I don't know who put the tweet. I've seen it start on Twitter. Someone tweeted it. We haven't scored in a 90-minute game since Pogba's got injured. And how people are going to say, "Well, we weren't playing brilliant with Pogba," but
is that true?
Was coming up with clutch moments. Jerry,
wait, hold
how
on.
important has Pogba been, man? like his miss, I say how
Well, what you just said is that true? We
yeah, no,
haven't what?
I think it
Really?
might not be now because we must. I don't even know who our last game was.
Yeah, we scored against West Brom, you know, in the fantastic 1-1 draw.
So it was
But before that, before that, I think so.
Pogba missing when he went down against, was it West Ham? West Ham? Yeah, in the FA Cup.
Everton.
I was Everton. Yeah. I was thinking, crap. Like, why him? Why couldn't it be Scott? I'm not wishing injuries on. I'm not wishing injuries on other players, but why Pogba? He's got an X factor. Why did it have to be him? And that game he was actually balling out. Like he was playing, he was keeping it ticking, one touch moving.
Yeah,
it wasn't even. It was a muscle injury. No one touched him. It's like I thought, right, cool, we may miss one game or two, and then Ollie comes out and says the whole of February we ain't seeing him. It's like, yeah, that's what's bringing my vibe all the way down. I don't know how we're gonna create from the double pivot if you play it, or the.
We got Fred, man. He's got unbelievable passing.
I said Fred.
Honestly, God, I'm gonna end up breaking my TV. He's actually.
You know what's bad? He thinks he's Brazilian now. That's what's scary,
bro.
The first thing he thinks.
Hey, no, listen, man. It's like when people say to you, "Oh, like you can't do something." Like for example, I can't sing for shit, and so I won't sing in it, or I can't rap. So I won't rap. Someone asks me to rap, freestyle. I say I can't freestyle, yo. That's not.
Yeah, bro. It's mad.
Man. If they tell Fred, yo, can you make a 30-yard pass? He'll be like, oh, go on then. You know, when you know you can't do it. You can't.
Fam, you should hear me. You should hear me when I'm watching the games, fam. When he gets to Bonnie Chazza, I'm shouting, know your abilities. Know your abilities. What are you doing?
Exactly. Stop.
Do you know what though? You got to think though. He was actually when Pogba was injured last year. It's mad because he was actually one of our most improved last year, and then all of a sudden this year, he's just gone. Like it's literally,
he's gonna kill me, man.
It's the shots as well.
It's the shooting. It's the shooting.
Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Right foot. He's dreaming, fam. I don't know what.
You know what? 72 shots, 1 goal. It's mad.
I can tell you.
Bring that back. Bring that back.
Yeah, Kojo, it's real. It's real. It's real.
I know the goal is one is when Pogba played that.
And I think only about 14 of them are on target. I think only 14 of them shots are on target. You know.
But come on, if Fred's shooting, if Fred's shooting, I ain't getting no goals in front of me, so I'm just gonna do this.
You should have clocked here that his name's not Fred Dino, or his name's just Fred. From time your name's just Fred. We got scammed. How much was he? 50, 60 million?
50 mil.
50 million, you know.
Bro. No, but come on. No. Let's look. Fred's performances have been decent, like in him being in there, being the destroyer,
that's
and everything.
Stay doing that.
The problem is him arriving on the edge of the box, shooting, him arriving, trying to create. He can't create. He's not great at passing. We just need him to tackle, win the ball, give it to. You know what I mean?
Strength is like his tenacity, getting about the pitch. We need someone mobile in there. And other than Fred, if you look at all our midfielders, we've got McTominay 6 foot plus, Pogba 6 foot plus, Matic 6 foot plus. Apart from Van der Beek, he's not really playing. Fred's the only one that gives us legs around the park, and I think that's why he plays quite a lot. And even when you touched on Pogba and your original question for Jerry is with Pogba, Usmaan, was when you look at Pogba, right? When he's not playing, that game against West Brom was the perfect example of when Man United sell him. People will realize what type of play he was when he goes. They'll be crying. All these people that want Pogba gone and all this and that I'm listening to. 100%. He was the guy that would have won us that game against West Brom. He's the one that can unlock us when we need a goal. Listen, this Pogba stuff is... when he goes, all of us will do a podcast together. We'll get every tweet up with these men crying. Trust me.
Listen, the thing is without Pogba, right? If only we had, another midfielder that can play 1 or 2 touch, on the bench, like we could bring in. If somebody could pass the ball from deep. Like Fred is good at what he's doing, but he needs to pass the ball to someone who can build attacks and actually play the ball and keep the ball ticking. If only we had someone like that, obviously, God, we haven't got.
If only.
We'll have to dip into the window. But listen, Cody, your favorite topic, the defense.
God.
Hey, this hairline every week. This hairline
Usmaan.
goes back because of the
Oh my days. Shit. Yo, I'm gonna ask you a simple question. I already know the answer. I don't even know what I'm gonna ask it. But why the F is Bailly? What does Bailly have to do to get a game? People are saying he's not fit. Bro, he's fit. He's been on the bench for the last 3 games. I'm not hearing it. Man is fit. Why is he not playing? Like, Tuanzebe pockets the generation talent and Mbappe doesn't get a game. Then he plays in random games and drops a disaster class because he plays 1 in 7 games and people think he's going to be on job. And then you got 50, you got Bayu, 2 man of the match performances, arguably, back to back. Okay, granted, he got injured. But man's been back for a while now. It's bullshit.
I'm not going to talk on this yet because I want to get vexed because I love Bailly. But I'm just going to drop a stat in for you, man. Eric Bailly's played 11 games this year with 1-9, drawn 1, lost 1, which is the game to Spurs. Man has to play. Simple.
Raw. Kojo, what are you saying?
Take a moment.
It's touchy, bro. I get it.
The pause is real.
Okay. You know who the problem is.
You're not gonna name him.
At this point, you know what? I'm moving like David, BTEC Scotsman that came after. I don't say his name in my house either, even though he's doing well at West Ham, but I don't say his name in my house either. That person's name is banned in my house. But you know who the problem is, all right? You had 2 seasoned legends of the Premier League come and explain as to why he is the problem. I have referred to him as a ferry.
What's a
I've been told that people. I've been told by a United fan that they at this point would prefer Nemanja Matic at centre back. I think that tells you.
That's a shout, you know.
It's a shout. I can't lie.
Tells you where everybody is right now with this certain individual. Shout out Greece, just before I put that in there. Drop it.
Oh my god.
Hold tight, Greece.
Call through all them things there. They're waving.
Listen, he's captain, man. You can't just drop him. He deserves a captaincy. Yo, listen, Coach, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss you off so much, right? I seen someone on Twitter today, yeah. Man United Twitter page tweeted a video of Maguire scoring, right? And they said that's our captain scoring.
I guess Chelsea was that. Yeah, I saw that as well.
Bro, I don't even know if he won that game or not.
When they said that's our captain, who were they referring to? Because not me.
Yeah, shut up. But I said, yo, it was different. Sams, what do you reckon, man? Defense issues. Look, again, frailties galore, man. Like, how do you fix this problem? You know, we've got Daniel, he's saying, oh, not that comment. Daniel saying, this Lindelof-Maguire partnership is killing me inside. Lindelof is such a wet back.
No. Listen, Daniel, yes, Lindelof is pathetic at times, yeah.
Let's shift
but
the
that
energy.
other man that's
Thank you.
him, yeah,
Yes,
we have to get on his neck.
But the
from
problem
this
is,
day forwards.
Kojo, this is the issue, yeah, that I've been saying for weeks. I said it on Ty's show. I said it on my show. I'm going to say it on Usman's show now.
Drop it.
We have an £80 million problem that's going to haunt us for years and years and years and years to come. And the funny thing is, the other day I tweeted and I goes, I'm done with Maguire. I can say his name. I'm done with Maguire, yeah. And then somebody come at me and was like, done with United fan insert player that's going nowhere. And I didn't even reply to the tweet because in my head I was like, rah boy, he's actually right. I'm saying I'm done with Maguire, but we can't be done with him because he ain't going anywhere.
And the issue is as well, even if you wanted him to, we spent 80 million. How much are we going to recruit for that? I'll sell him for 30 million, but we're not even going to recruit that, so the board won't sell him.
Do you know what's mad? Do you know what's hurts me about the transfer the most here? If you want to pay 80 million for someone, cool. Don't drop 80 million all in one go.
All in one slap.
Transaction. I don't know how to do it. Maybe it's internet banking. I don't know. No, it's TSB. I don't care how you do it, yeah? I don't care if you came with a briefcase like it's Ghost in Power. Bruv, one way or another, yeah, you do not drop 80 million on a centre back that has no experience playing for any top side And I say top.
And been relegated how many times as well?
4 times. He's one away from doing Booker T. He's that close from doing 5 times.
He's mad.
And he's your captain.
And then now he's our captain. He's our captain as well, and he couldn't lead nothing.
That's what kills it. The captain thing just
I don't know
why
the whole man.
Phil Jones has a more successful career than him. I want you to deep that.
Yeah, Phil Jones got lucky though.
I don't care how lucky he got. He's got a more successful career in trophies, and in that year, you can even argue that he actually played well. Tell me this guy's played well to even get that close.
Yeah, it's a problem. We ain't gonna get away
from it.
I
got this comment here. I want to read out to you, Semps, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, I do agree with this actually. Jeremiah's put Maguire looks sick in his words when he plays next to Bayern, because there is a case for that. Like,
I don't agree.
No, he doesn't.
I don't agree.
He looks better, not sick. I would
Yeah. He looks better, but
obviously, I do think he's played a lot better.
You see, my problem with him as well, Usmaan, yeah, is Maguire is a big centre back. He should be commanding. When we get balls into our box, can any of us say that we are confident that our centre back is going to go and win the ball? No. When they play long balls up from the goalkeeper or from their right back or whatever, and the ball comes down, I am never confident that he's even going to beat the littlest of forwards in an aerial duel. He is not commanding. And we know, we've seen it now with him playing everybody on side against Everton. He doesn't even have organizational skills. Like he is just dead. And
even when you watch other teams get free kicks, and you know when the camera zooms in on players, when you see Maguire barking, the volume must be on 10. Can you not hear him? You could not hear him. I'm like, what is this? No one's listening.
Man played everyone on against Everton, man. Flipping hell.
Lindelof and Bailly is a better partnership, in my opinion.
But what it comes back to your point, it's an 80 million problem.
Yeah.
We're not gonna play them together.
Yeah. We're stuck now, innit? We're stuck. We're not gonna get away from it. He's captain as well. He's basically undroppable because even in games where he should have a rest, he never does.
Yeah. The thing is, we all know that if we could walk in the change rooms now, Usmaan and the management, we know that if Bailly stays fit, it's find a partner to suit Bailly, not anyone else. Bailly is the best centre back at the club. It's just that he doesn't stay fit. That's not our problem, and that's the issue. And what I'm worried about now is that he's only got 18 months, I think, or his contract runs out next year. We've got another decision to make with him, because if he goes, then we need 2 centre backs.
We already need 2.
We need 3. We need 3, and we need the blood of Jesus.
Exactly. And do you think now we're going to even offer Bailly a new deal? I'm worried, man.
They won't offer Bailly a new deal.
I don't think so either.
Boys, let me ask you, because obviously you say you need 2 centre backs. Jerry, will come to you first.
Yeah.
Who would you take? Because obviously you know who I want. One of them definitely, and I've already said I'd give man's captain's armband in a heartbeat. So if you were to sign a defender, who are you taking? You've got
oh man, yeah. You know what's last week I heard Tyrone Mings shots. Fam.
Oh my!
Wait.
No, I'm not saying no, not me. I'm just saying.
No, I know it's not you. I know it's not you.
But when I heard that, I said, "Count me out. Count me out."
Yeah.
Centre backs. I don't know. You know.
Anyone else got any shots?
Yeah. I can't even think right now.
The only shout I ever had is now playing for the rival. So what's the point?
Diaz, yeah, true.
He's the only one.
He's a bad centre back. I was all for Upamecano, man, but he had a poor game yesterday.
No. He's Mamadou Sakho part 2. You don't want that.
Hey, I love this guy. I love him.
Legit, every time I've seen him play, he's dropped a disaster.
Yeah, no.
Watch Bundesliga, you'll scream. Your ears will burst from your own scream.
I probably haven't seen enough of him then, because I thought he was a serious. Whenever
Kanate is the better centre back for Leipzig. Kanate is the better one.
I get that as well.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this Kunde guy, but you know, I haven't seen him. Yeah, I don't know much.
Listen, just sign Sergio Ramos. I've said it. I don't give a shit if no one's saying I'm taking him 100%. I'm taking Sergio Ramos. Give him the armband.
I would take him as well, man. If he
1 year deal.
Listen,
I take Ramos. I take Ramos and another centre back. I know he's 34. I feel like
Ronaldo back as well. Bring the band back together, boys. Anybody else? Modric as well. Both their midfielders.
Kunde, what do you want to say on him though? Like, when you got to remember one thing, he played in that game, yeah, and people quick to forget. Remember we played Sevilla in the Europa League, right? We lost that game, yeah, but we should have won that. Martial missed some big chances, yeah. And you got to think, Kunde was actually playing at centre back there. Did he stand out in that game? Was anyone talking about in that game? No, they weren't.
Yeah.
We were all talking. Exactly. We were talking about the missed chances for Martial rather than how good Kunde's been. So then again, you got to remember that he's 5'10". He is good in the air. He's pretty quick. But I just think, like you lot said, we need 2 centre backs. But yeah, everyone's on this Kunde hype. But you just got to remember, we played Sevilla, and do you know what? We missed it. We knocked ourselves out.
That was the beginning of the end for Martial.
Yeah,
that was where it started. That's where everybody started getting onto him.
Exactly. I would go for Varane. If Varane's available, I want Varane as well, man.
Bro, we ain't getting Varane, man.
The way it's about Varane, yeah, is as much as I like him, but he has suffered in the last few years.
He's been suspect, yeah.
It's like he loses Ramos and then he loses himself. It's weird.
He needs a new challenge, Kojo.
I think he needs to get out of Real Madrid.
I think he needs a new challenge, man.
Yeah, so does Ali. He needs a new challenge. But suppose Ramos would get sent off, he'd still be better than Maguire, put it that way, even if he ain't on the pitch.
Another thing though, Usmaan, just before you move on, is one thing that we are missing is winners. That's something that Ramos instantly brings.
Bro,
and
that's what I'm saying.
That's what we need, man. We need some winners in this team.
Kunde's not injury prone. He's been out, like, he's only had coronavirus this year. He's not had one injury.
Man's got coronavirus and he's hating on him, you know.
Yeah, he's not injured. Sorry, Seb. But do you know what? Yeah, sorry, come with the winners thing because you're bang on right. Bang on.
No, that was all I was going to say. That was it.
Yeah, you look at Daniel James, you look at Wan-Bissaka, you look at Maguire. Which one, and who else is Tellez? Yeah, okay, he's won a couple things at Porto, but out of all them signings, yeah, Ollie's brought in. Who comes into that change rooms and has that mentality of I need to win every game? Only Bruno. And don't get it twisted. Bruno didn't win nothing at Sporting. He's left there. Now they're going to win the league. They're 10 points clear, but he wants to win, but he's not actually won anything.
Yeah. But he's got the right attitude.
He's got the right attitude. We need more.
That's it. We need more Brunos.
Bruno won the league at Sporting, didn't he?
Nah, I didn't won the league. Yeah, won the league.
But Sporting ain't won the league in.
Nah, but they're gonna win it this year.
Yeah, they're 10 points clear. Yeah, I see.
You see their manager, yeah. Wait for him. Let's wait for him. He's coming.
Listen, I want my boy Nagelsmann. I don't give a shit. But listen, let's move on. Obviously, we've not really mentioned much of the game. In terms of the opposition, Coach, we'll come back to you first and foremost. What are the major threats from Real Sociedad? What do you reckon?
Isaac. You see that boy, that striker? That's a serious problem. He's tall.
He's lanky, isn't it? Yeah.
He's very lanky. He's good in the air. Yeah. He's sort of like.
He's good in the air.
He's shorter, but like you know how Crouch, despite being so tall, was so good with his feet. Yeah. He's got that ball control, but he's also good in the air and he's deceptively fast. You do not want to leave that guy on a one-on-one.
So is Maguire.
With Maguire, that one I'm faster than him. Or Lindelof. You don't want him going one-on-one because he's not one of those strikers that try to just take one for the back of it. He'll knock it past you and go. It's as simple as that. He's very deadly. He's dangerous. Yeah, he's actually the main threat. Obviously, I was going to say Odegaard, but Odegaard's gone to Arsenal now. He didn't go back on loan there, innit? So that would have been another threat. David Silva, experience, quality. That's another top player that they've signed as well. So, yeah, those should be the main threats for me. Obviously, Januzaj looks like he's got a point to prove. He's really talking. He's really talking to the press, opening his mouth about showing signing to United. And that kind of annoys me.
That was proper cringy what I saw of him saying.
It's very cringy, but at the end of the day, you know what it is about him? It's he burst onto the scene in a nice way and in a season full of turmoil, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And he didn't really jump up after that. He didn't really do much. Obviously, Van Gaal wasn't a fan of his, so he left. I can't remember if it was there for Mourinho in that summer, but either way, he's been gone since, and he's done work. So to be fair to him, so he's got a point to prove more than anything. And if he comes and proves a point and has a top performance, we're going to be in trouble. So, yeah. But Isaac, that boy, I don't like him. I mean, I like him, but for this game, I hate him. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the other guy playing on the left? Is he playing on the left?
He's still on the right.
Plays on the right.
Right.
Yeah, still on the right. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, he will get eaten up. I don't think Januzaj's got the mentality to really trouble us.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I'm not worried about him, but he probably scored two goals. Listen, Sam, where are our threats going to this game? Obviously, we get everyone's lineups as well. But in terms of what we offer this game, what can we do to hit them, so to speak?
Just what we were saying earlier, man. We've got to just go in and just do what we do best: counter attack, be compact, and just try and hit them on the break, man. And that's what we do in it, you know. It is what it is. And our game suits a game like this, and I think one thing that we find in the Premier League now is these managers are getting clued up in it. They're like, no, Ollie, we're not playing you at your game. We're going to sit behind. We're going to make it tough for you. Whereas Real Sociedad, I can see being a little bit naive and probably being a little bit too gung-ho, leaving spaces in behind for Rashford to attack, for Greenwood, Martial to then be a threat. And Bruno, I think Bruno has a good game. There was a comment on here that said Bruno's overrated and everything. And whilst I don't agree with what he's saying, I can kind of see what he means in the sense that Bruno doesn't dominate games. He just has moments where he impacts matches. And what I think he will do now is tomorrow, I think Bruno will have a real impact on the game throughout the 90 minutes. And I think that I won't say we win comfortably, but I think that we will do well, man. I think we'll surprise a lot of people tomorrow.
To be honest, that comment there will surprise a lot of people. Like, we're meant to be in Champions League, and we're talking about Real Sociedad. Like, we're playing against some bad. No, we don't. Look, I'm gonna sound very arrogant here, and I don't mean to disrespect them, but we're meant to be in the Champions League. We're sat talking about surprising people,
but we're not, though. We're not. We're meant to be, but we're not. We are where we are.
What I'm saying is that just shows how shit we are at the moment. Like, the fact that we're talking about Real Sociedad as a real threat, and again, I know they're a good team. They play good football. They've got quality players in there as well. But this should be a live work, man, Taron. Surely, what are you saying?
Boy, I say with like Kodjo said, they've got a few threatening players. Even like here, got Januzaj, one of their main players, Ozyabal. I don't know how you pronounce it.
He's a baller as well.
Baller. Like, he was meant to be out of injury, but he played on the weekend, so he's back now, which makes me think, so they've got Ozyabal, Januzaj, Isaac, and they've also got Illaramendi, who was actually at Real Madrid a few years back. Kind of when you make them big moves, sometimes it doesn't work out. You take a step down again, and he's playing well again. So I think the game's gonna go it's two ways. It's two ways I look at it. It's going to be like Semps, where we're going to counter attack and we could score 2 early goals, and we're like, right, we're playing well here. Like we can get 3 or 4 because they're going to come at us, or they're going to have all the ball, which we expect because Spanish sides are always going to do that. And if they get a goal in the first 20 minutes, we could be in for a long, tricky evening.
Yeah.
So I think the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes sets the tone for the rest of the game. But if I'm honest, I think Martial, Bruno, it's a time for them to, get some goals. Like I said, play their attacking front three, play Greenwood, play Rashford, play Martial. And then I think if we play well, one thing I do want to say on this podcast actually is that if Martial, Greenwood and Rashford start tomorrow and they play well, I want to see that front three against Newcastle. For me, Cavani, and I'm not going to get onto it, but Cavani is better coming off the bench. I think we need to get goals back into this side and get this young, fluid front three back going. And if they start and play well, play them up against Newcastle. Gary and Kodjo were looking at me like,
He's Kodjo.
We need a.
I know you're with me. I know you're with
you, man. I'm with
right,
you.
Yeah, it looks like Kodjo's definitely not with you. And obviously, Kodjo,
trust
what
me.
are your thoughts on
Kodjo, get Martial scoring goals and you're smiling again, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I would be smiling, but he's not doing it. So I'm not smiling right now. That's what it is. Cavani's outscored him. I'm mad at that. I said Cavani will come and score 10. That's what I asked for 10. I want Martial to score 20 again. He's not even doing it. What's he done? 5. Is it 5? 6? 7. Oh, no, sorry. He's 7 with Scott McTominay. That makes me sick to even say. I don't like Scott McDrip or Scott McMuffin or whatever you want to call him this week.
Do you not see it though? Do you not see? If we start Martial tomorrow, get some goals. I know, like it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be tailored 20 minutes. It's gonna be we score first and we get a few goals, or if they go 1-0 up, it's gonna be tricky. But if Martial and Greenwood that front three play well and score goals tomorrow, why would you change it for Newcastle? And I think Cavani's better off the bench.
Let me tell you why I don't want to say that, because the last time I said it, we lost to Sheffield United, bro.
Bro, just go quiet. There's no
but Martial's goal should have stood.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
It's true. He would have scored. He would have done his job.
it hurts me, bro. It hurts me. I actually wanted to do well. I love the boy, but he's just not convincing me right now that he's going to be our number 9 going forwd. That's the main point.
Wow.
Can I have a question for you though, Kojo? Because there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for weeks.
Okay.
Do you think that Cavani has improved us?
No,
Good
I don't
question.
think the team's improved. I actually don't think that we've improved at all. I just feel like as a striker, he does the things that I want my striker to do. Because I feel like Martial has the technical and physical abilities to have a lot more to his game than I see. That's my main gripe with him. So when he's not doing the things that I believe he can do, and I've seen evidence of him doing it, when he's not doing it, that's what frustrates me the most. Because Cavani's had experience. He's played for the game for years. He's played in different eras of football as well. Yeah. So when he's doing these things, that's light work to him, innit? That's just his thing in general. And I know he's not even a clinical man like that anyway. But, you know, at least I know he's going to give me reasons to believe that when we want to create chances, he'll be in the right places 8 times out of 10. My thing with Martial is last season you were doing that, but obviously in previous seasons I gave you excuses because of whatever, but this season is not the same. And I can't base you being my number 9 off solely one season. I need the follow-up. You know what I'm saying?
We needed the follow-up. That's what's so disappointing about this, is because that's what everybody wanted, man. They wanted the follow-up. For me, I think Martial's got one more season in it. For me, that's why I'm not ready to give up on him yet. I'm like, let's see what happens. This season's pretty much a write-off now. I want to see what you do next year, because as I was saying to Ty before, I think one thing that I've realized, or I believe now, is that Martial lacks the mentality, the mental strength to play for Man United. As much as I love him, I'm now questioning whether he has the right mentality to play for us.
Known time and time again.
That's it.
Bro. This is the 3rd time, man. How many?
Every time a striker comes in, he moves. It's weird, bro. Like,
But I understand the reasons before. I generally do. I understand why he wasn't able to perform under Jose. He performed under LVG and he performed under Oli when Oli gave him a chance. So this season, I'm expecting you to kick on. He hasn't. So this is now why I'm like, you know what? The Cavani coming in shouldn't have made any issues to you. They should have tried to make you better. You just got into the French squad, like what Man's are saying. This should have pushed you on. So this is now why I'm looking at him like, I don't know, boy. I don't know. So that's why
tomorrow is the perfect game for him, I think.
It's a big chance. It's a big opportunity.
Even with the defense, though, we look at the defensive midfield, like Usmaan said earlier, with all the injuries, like lineup-wise, I know Usman's probably going to get to it, but I'm probably just beating him to it. I was going to say, lineup-wise, what would you lot be looking to do tomorrow? Because people are saying, forget the Europa League. People are saying, like,
I want us to win it, man.
I think we can go and win it. So do you think we go, Usmaan? Obviously, I'll let you start. It's your podcast, sorry, bro. But do you think
Tyrone talks United, you know? Come on.
I'm just thinking, like, do we go? Do you think we go strong, or do you want to see a proper rotation back to front?
No, I personally going strong. Just to add on Martial Sams, regarding the Cavani comment, right? Martial's had enough opportunities this season. Cavani aside, Cavani's been on bench for a long time. Martial's had like 15 games to do something, and that's why Cavani's been put into the team. It's not the other way around. That Cavani's come and took his share. He's took his share because he hasn't delivered. That's the reason he's come in. But coming back to you, look, for me personally, and obviously let us know in the comments as well, because obviously I've been putting a lot on the screen. I do apologize for missing comments, but so for me, we have to go and win it. So I'm just gonna go very strong. So Henderson Day, I don't even know. I've not really got a preference. Actually,
I don't even know who's gonna start in goal. You know.
Yeah,
Henderson.
I'll just say Henderson, man. Wan-Bissaka right back, centre backs has to be Bailly. You know what? I'm so tempted to put in bloody Twan Sebi, but he won't do that, obviously. So I'll just say Bailly. I'm going to say Bailly Maguire, because Lindelof and Bailly is not going to happen. Left back, best left back currently in league on form. Luke Shaw, Sailor Moore. Midfield, I don't even know who's fit. So I'm going to switch you up on you boys here. I'm going to go Fred and Bruno in the pivot. And I'm going for fucking 1 matter in 10.
Oh, you beat me to it. You beat me to it. I was about to say,
let's fucking go. Get him back in.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking the same.
Silver versus Matter, you know.
You lot on some fantasy football business, not Ollie.
Nah, but I think Bruno. No, I'm not saying Bruno's safe, but obviously Bruno playing an 8 in and 2 8s realistically. But obviously double pivot wherever you want to set up as. And then left, Rashford up top, Martial. I'm hoping he's fit. And then on the right, Greenwood. Obviously Martial's not fit. You kind of move you over a bit. But Sam, we'll come to you actually first. What are you saying? Someone's put a Fred up from fucking. I'd rather bloody.
I see that.
I'm just gonna go with what Ollie will play. So he's gonna play that.
Forget Ollie, Sam. That's boring. What you would do if you're in charge? What are you going? Forget.
Oh, if I'm in charge.
Yeah, if you're in charge, what are you doing? Forget Ollie. We can't guess what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, if I'm in charge, then I get what you're playing there. I would probably go something similar. But that's fantasy football, man. That ain't gonna happen, you know. So I just
go on then. You put Dan James in that Ollie then. Go on,
nah. No, I just think that Fred and Matic will play tomorrow. I reckon, and then the usual front four, the back five with Henderson in goal rather than De Gea. I think is what they'll play. But you know it's hard it's hard when people ask me this question in terms of what we would play, because I just haven't seen any different real formations to know how players are going to play in different formations. So it's kind of difficult sometimes, because even putting Bruno in the double pivot, do we know that's going to work? It probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
There's only one way to find out, isn't there? There's only one way. We can't do it in league. So why not do it against some Spanish team? Will probably pass it on the bar. Just to add something. If I see Matic and Fred, and I'm doing this watch along, when Fred is having to dictate play, oh my days!
You better get ready. You better get ready then, because
get a popcorn, bro.
Load up the popcorn, man.
I was saying to Koja after the game, Ollie basically said, "Oh, no, Pogba, no problem. We got Fred to play that role." That's what he said. He goes, "Fred, you do Pogba's role. Pogba's not playing. You dictate, but you spray the balls around." Oh, mercy, man.
I told you. Dun, 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 dun. Find it. BBC iPlayers there, bro. Go watch your replays.
Oh, God. Jerry, what are you saying? Who are you going for?
Henderson in goal, right back Wan-Bissaka, Maguire and Bailly, centre halves. I'll actually start Tellers in this game.
No.
Matic, I'll start Tellers in this game. Luke Shaw. Yeah, I don't know. Just switch it up a bit, man. I want to try something new in it. Matic, DM by himself, number 6 by himself, with Mata and Bruno as the 8s. Greenwood on the right, Rashford on the left, and Martial up top.
Okay, that probably makes more sense. That probably makes more sense apart from Matic getting absolutely violated in midfield.
Nah, but he's the only one he's the only DM we have at the club. I don't want Fred there, nah. It has to be Matic for me.
Fair. Someone's put Diallo. Jeremiah's put my front three would be James, Diallo, and Greenwood, bro. Now that's funny football. That's funny football.
I know, you don't want to win.
Hey, whatever remedies Jeremiah's got his yard, send that over.
Oh my days.
To see it. Go on, Tara, what you said? What's it like?
Do you know what? I was surprised, that no one put Twanzebe at right back. Because he played against Everton. I was thinking, I'll go with Jerry. I'm going to go Tellez left back. And I actually sense I want to see the Lindelof Bailly thing tomorrow. Give Maguire a break for once. Please. Give him a Kit Kat. Give him a Kit Kat.
Impossible.
Italy's quite close. Italy's quite close to Greece, isn't it?
It's not far at all. It's actually not far.
Get him on that ferry.
Get
him on that ferry, yeah.
Man, go bang alone, man up, bro.
Get him on that ferry, and the ferry can break down in the ocean, and it takes a while to get back, and then we can carry on. Tellez Bailly, Lindelof, and I'll probably just go Wan-Bissaka, and it is going to be the Matic Fred. I'm sorry, it is, and it's going to be Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, and Martial.
Is there nobody else we can play apart from Matic and Fred?
No.
No. Like literally, I don't even know. The only thing he could do is change it to like a back three, and then he plays Mata, but no way I can see that. I can't see it.
What about Matic Scott though? Scott's travelled.
Yeah,
Isn't he injured?
Nah, he's travelled.
Him and Martial are both doubtful. But you know when tomorrow McTominay's gonna knee slide in the hotel and say I'm fit. So
Right, okay. Coach, I don't think you've given you a team actually, but we said the last, but not least. What are you going for, Coach? What you said? You're going for the same front three as Jeremiah with the young bucks up top.
The joke's funny. The goalkeeper, to be honest, at this point, take your pick. I don't even know who he is anymore, to be honest. Both of them are. But yeah, you know what? Let's give it to Henderson.
Thank you. Both of them, Coach. I'm not going to get onto it. Both of them. We need a new keeper.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll go Henderson because I think De Gea's not been in. He's been playing a lot more and he's not been in good form. So I'll go Henderson. I'll keep Shaw there. Pick whatever centre back you want to. I don't really care. Wan-Bissaka, right back.
What about Jesse Lingard? Call him back.
Mad. It's fam. It's crazy. I'll even ask James Garner to come back from his loan. Is that peak at this point? I would. I agree. I would start Matic. And I would have Bruno and Mata. At this point, you need creativity overload. Yeah. So I'd rather have those two in the middle of the pitch. And then, the front three, Greenwood, Martial. I said Martial. And
you got no choice. That's why.
Well, because I wasn't thinking about Daniel James, and then when Jeremiah said that, I was like, that can't happen. So it has to be Martial up top. No, listen, I want Martial to really, really explode in this game. He needs. He got a goal against was it Southampton when we beat him when he scored against them. So try and get a goal in this game, and then try and get in next game, and the next one. Take advantage of the situation right now, because right now Cavani's got your number. So show him that you're the number 9.
I know we're going to move away from Martial. Sorry to this, but I just want to just make this point. We do have to acknowledge the fact that we're not playing well and we don't create chances. That's so true. If he doesn't score, it's not Martial's had another 3 games.
No. To rebuttal that though, Martial's had chances this season and he's squandered a lot of them. Even the last game. Yeah.
That's true. He has had chances, but he may not get chances tomorrow.
I get it, but he's had chances. I remember the last game, the last second man threw on goal. And he just hit at the keeper. I think, bro.
Hey, you might think I'm mad, yeah. But with Martial, have you clocked? When he was playing up front last year, and now if you look at him this season, he's actually bulked up quite a bit. Yeah, and now he's been put on the left side. Do you actually think that's impacted him a little bit? Because he doesn't run at man like he used to.
No, because he's not wham like Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay came back trying to beat Brock Lesnar. If he came wham like that, I would actually just be scared for other defenses because that hold-up play, no, you don't want that. But
because he doesn't run at man. He doesn't run at man anymore, man.
We might have to look at that Digne guy, West Brown, because the way he bodied both of our defenders, man, violated both the centre backs,
Yeah. Now, honestly, though, what is your thoughts on that? Because he has bulked up and he's not the same running at man anymore.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Daniel put in the chat earlier as well, actually.
Oh, did he?
I honestly don't think that's the reason. I just think it's a lack of confidence. I don't think there's anything with his physique. I don't think he's particularly slower. It just seems like a man. I know Werner just scored the other day, but it's one of them things. But even Aubameyang has been struggling as well. When you a striker, if you're not confident in front of goal, everything is not going to come off. Like Rashford's a perfect example. When Rashford's on form, the guy is actually unplayable. I know people are saying he's not as good as Mbappe. Obviously, he's not, but his ceiling could easily be on a similar level to Mbappe if he actually applies himself properly. Because we've seen him when Rashford's on fire, like people can't defend against him. Like look at the way he violated RB Leipzig. Man came on for how many minutes? 25 minutes. He just started fucking them up. He was so casually as well. He didn't give a shit. He just violated all of them. And we need to get this is the thing, the players are not playing with the confidence at the moment. And I do think a part of that is down to the system, because it's not really, I know Martial has missed chances, don't get me wrong, but this is the point that I've always made about our players, and this goes back to Zlatan days as well. The issue with our team is we get one chance, maybe 2 chances a game, right? Clear-cut chances. So there's no striker in the world here. You can go through all your stats that's got 100% conversion rate. Nope. Even the elite players that left,
not even 50%.
Say that again.
And the point I'm making is, Martial, I'm not saying he's missed sitters. I'm not even denying that. But what I'm saying is, when he misses these 1 or 2 chances, it's being heightened because these are the only chances he's getting, and it looks a lot worse. If he was in a team that's creating chances left, right, and centre, and he scores the 3rd one, which is a 33% conversion, which is realistic in modern day football. If no one's even going to be talking about it, the people are going to say, "Oh, he could have got 2 today, could have got 3, could have got hat-trick," but people aren't going to be mentioning it, and this is a problem. And again, I'm not saying that they're not creating chances because he's missing clear-cut chances, but we're not creating enough for everybody. Greenwood's hot. How many chances did Greenwood have? Greenwood scored that goal against Liverpool, yeah? Like, man's not been on a drought. Like, that's a very hard goal to score. On the bounce, a right foot cross goal with a player behind you. Like, it wasn't a difficult finish, and he took it away. How many of them is he getting? Not many. So when people are missing 3 chances a game, 2 again, I'm not saying that's okay, but not like that Sevilla game where we got knocked out. That day when Martial obviously missed chances, everyone missed chances. That day, I wasn't mad because I thought it was just one of them days that it wasn't going in for us. But the issue is we've had some against West Brom. I've seen the start again. If you guys love your stats, we created 0 big chances in that game. 0. West Brom against Sheffield
I
United.
literally remember just the shot where McTominay got it cleared off the line and Greenwood had it saved. That was literally it.
That was it. That was the only chance we had. And that's the thing. Greenwood doesn't score that, but if he scores that, people can say, "Oh, look, he's done X, Y, and Z." But if you had 3 of them chances, I guarantee he scores 1 of them. And that's the point. I think at the moment, okay, Martial is being shocking, but there's a bigger picture, man. I think the issue is the system is just shafted in half. Our attacking players, yes, statistically, be at the top, but it's just not good enough. Like, we're not creating enough chances for him, man. Like, we're really not, especially with Pogba out of the team. So yeah, like for me personally, we need to work on the patterns of play, man. That's the most important thing for me at the moment, moving forward. So we'll have to wait and see in it. But
do you know what's pissing me off? Yeah, I'm looking at the Champions League right now, and I'm getting vexed because Porto was beating
in the first minute, fam.
Porto beating Juventus, and Sevilla beating Dortmund. We could be in this competition, man.
Oh,
no, man.
Had the wheel, innit?
Literally.
The way Ollie can suck man back into the car though as well, boy. He's a magician. He can bring man back in that car, start driving, get everybody singing again, and then drop you off at the sidewalk, man. He's
It's the same with Cavani though. Like, obviously Cavani's not known for his clinicalness. His movement, right? You can't even argue. This guy's movement is elite. Like, he's up there. He's known for that. That's what he's known for. How many clean chances is he getting with his elite movement?
Yeah, chances should have been scored, especially against Arsenal. Criminal.
But
he should have scored. He should have scored.
He's not getting chances though, Kojo, either.
But look,
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
his movement is, in terms of world football, in terms of strikers, he's probably top 10, realistically, probably higher top 5 in terms of movement alone. If you're talking about his IQ, football IQ, etc. And even this man's not getting chances. The only chances are coming, funnily enough, are from Luke Shaw. Like, genuinely, like Shaw's creating all the chances, and that's not good enough, man. If he's your most creative player at the moment, I think that's what I mean. I think
that's what. This is go back to the original point though. We've scored the most goals in the league, but we're not creating enough. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I know.
Southampton and Leeds, and where everyone scores against Leeds, even
there's a comment there, yeah, that says, what is it? Have we been wasteful in front of goal, not creating them? I think it's 50-50. We have been very wasteful. That we have created chances, and these men are just not putting in the back of the net. Like, I saw another comment saying that Cavani cross and swing. Like, Wan-Bissaka set him up a couple times where it comes across and he doesn't connect.
Reaction's a bit slow, man.
What's going on there? Like, it's about 50-50 with me, but yeah, man, it's a big issue overall.
Jerry, watch the games going forward now. I'm telling you, it's not 50-50.
No. I'm just saying, like, the chances we do get, we should be scoring them. I know it's not enough, but we should be scoring them.
With what we should be creating, like with what City create and Liverpool create and all of that, is with the players that we've got, we should be creating ample chances a game. And then you get games like West Brom. Don't get me wrong, in games like what I think we'll have tomorrow, where teams come at us, we create. We hit them on the counter attack. We create. Look at the game against Liverpool when we knocked them out of the cup. Do you know what I mean? We had chances. But if you check it, even if you check the goals, 2-3 passes and then the ball's in the back of the net. Counter-attacking football. So when we have them teams that play that low block, they're the games where we don't create chances, and they're the ones that gets highlighted. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's
And don't forget, if Paul Pogba does leave, we've got another problem there because we need someone else who can create, and we're gonna have to go out and buy.
Man, Tyrone don't got Fred's there.
This song that you're doing is scary.
Fred the original.
Someone's gonna clip this and assume I hate Fred. I don't hate Fred. More than $5.
It's a big. Do you know what? It's a big window. When you look at Ollie's contract, runs out next year. This summer is kind of make or break for him. It will show the intent of the direction of the club that we're heading in, basically, for me. It does, like, because at the end of the day, he's going to get another. I know people are saying, oh, we should let him go at the end. Some people want him gone at the end of the season. Let's just be real. I think he stays and sees out his contract, and then the club really need to know like what they're going to do. But they need to make up their mind before that. It can't get to the end of next season.
That's what I'm thinking. It should be in the summer. The window should reflect, are we keeping him or are we looking to in the future?
Yeah, I don't want him to get to next season and then all of a sudden they're like March next season, like, oh, Ollie's renewed his deal 3 months before the end of the season. Because the players would then be like, well, is he staying? Is he going? Am I going to just start playing shit because I know that a new manager's coming in? There's so many things that go with a manager being at a club.
Just get him out, Tyrone, man. We're just
what is he? Are you fully Ollie out?
Bro, he's done his job, man. He's done his job. I want to win the title, man. I'm sick and tired.
Yeah.
And I said to Coach and Jerry in the chat, I am sick and tired of Liverpool fans chatting shit to me because I won one league in 30 years. It's actually pissing. Like, it's not triggering me like that. But it's like, you're not even that good. Like, you're literally not even that good, Liverpool. Like, relax. Like, I generally think 3 signings away, we could win this league. And I know Man City look brilliant, don't get me wrong. But they don't really. The defensive, they look solid. I think we fix the defense, i.e. a centre back and a CDM. Has to be Ndidi, Nigerian power and all that. Love that guy.
Wait, did he say 3 players? I think a lot more than that.
4 in the realistic world.
More than that, bro. Keep going. Keep going, bro.
I don't think we're that.
Yeah, I don't think we're that far away either.
Guys, look at our team. No, man.
Goalkeeper, 2 centre backs, midfielder, and right winger.
Oh, Kojo, perfect, absolutely perfect.
I think you can get away with the goalkeepers that we've got at the moment.
You can get away with goalkeeper and striker for me.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper, the hell will cost us 10 points.
Bro, as a centre back, Ramos and Didi, and Sancho for me, them 3. That's what I'd go for. That's what I'm saying. You can't tell me that Sancho adds goals and Didi allows. Obviously, this is if Pogba stays, by the way. People are killing me. So I mean, in my head, I'm assuming Pogba staying. So if Pogba stays and Didi, Pogba, and Bruno, you can't tell me that's not one of the best midfielders in the world. And then you got Sancho, Rashford, and I don't know, Cavani, Martial, whoever you want to play up top, bro. That's a brilliant.
Greenwood in there as well. You know what I mean, the attacking options are strong, and that's what we are missing. We are missing that general CDM. Do you know what I mean? And things do get heightened at the back because we don't have that NDD. Do you know what I'm saying? So I agree. Somebody like that coming in, yeah, man.
What about right back? I'm sorry, but I think we need a new right back.
Hey.
Yeah, but people said that about
Gary, you should even. You're just making this show go.
Jerry, give it time. Just breathe.
Apparently, Aaron's is coming in it, so you know. We'll see Max Aaron's in that to cause him a bit of problems. But listen, I'm gonna wrap it there because I got a feeling we're gonna be all night. I just want to get everyone's score predictions before we go for tomorrow's games. Kojo, what are your thoughts, my brother?
I'll go 2-1 United.
Ooh, okay. So we'll take the win. Tyrone, what are you saying, bro?
3-1. Martial's back, baby.
Jeez.
Hey,
let us know your score predictions in the chat. Sams, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 as well.
I know Kojo's got something for you.
I'm hoping Martial scores, boy. Jesus.
I think Fred's bagging tomorrow. We got 3-1. If Fred scores tomorrow, all I know these months are gonna be tweeting me. But it's not gonna happen anyways. I don't need to worry about it. Jerry, what are you saying? Score prediction, bro?
1-1.
What?
That is doom and gloom.
And that was a goal. Who's that? Sorry.
Oh, Dortmund scored, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, what a goal, bro. Yeah, 1-1. I'm not confident at all. 1-1.
All
Get away goal, and then we move to Old Trafford. Oh, Old Trafford. I'm leaving.
Man said you come to Old Trafford like it's something. You forgot we lost to Istanbul, you know.
Exactly.
Istanbul's relegation team, yo, fucking hell. Anyways, I'm gonna say 2-1 as well. I'm gonna have to back the boy and Martial, and I've got to back the homie in it. Martial and Fred, go on, Fred. I'll slap you off.
If Martial misses big chances tomorrow and we lose, you ain't seeing me on here.
What would I say, Sebs?
Bro, hey, Kojo, I'm waiting to hear. I want to hear what
What's
Kojo's
happened
got.
I'm hiding from Kojo, boy. Kojo, I'm the game. You.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
If Martial miss chances tomorrow, honestly, I'm gonna get a stick. Yo,
Hey,
Jamal,
Ty, listen, yeah. If you get a DM out of nowhere, don't be confused, bro.
Bro, I get so much shit from rival fans for defending the Martial called you know, and these fans have been tagging me and everything, yo. But listen, if you want to see another podcast like this, let us know. Obviously, if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Daniel, the homie.
Yes.
My God.
All right. Hey, listen, that guy's special, man.
He's a G. He's a real G.
Big up Daniel, man. Big up Daniel.
Yes, Daniel's a homie. 6-0, Jeremiah United.
Nah, he's smoking something. I don't know.
No,
He's here for the pants, man. Jeremiah's here for the pants.
3-0. If Martial scored, rival fans mute me. Yes, I'm gonna tag Kojo in it as well. Don't worry, make sure you go for Kojo's neck as well. You love to see it. Just before we go, as always, big up to the guys. Kojo, first and foremost, where can they find you, bro?
Right here, Free Midfield Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, and all the audio things. And we got something big lined up. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but there's an interview incoming.
Okay. Listen, I didn't know it was a big deal, but I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna be on that job joking. Can we find you, my guy?
Who?
Oh,
He's me.
Tyrone.
Oh, me. Sorry.
I said Tyrone, didn't I? Yeah,
man. Love that. People, you can find us at Trafford Tunnel. That's dedicated to Man United fans. We've got a podcast, Never a Foul, which is for all platforms of football. And then myself, Tyrone MC. But yeah, just want to say big up Uzi, everyone watching and everyone involved. Get him to 1,000 subscribers. Big up Daniel as well on his 2,000. And then follow all these man here. Kojo, Semps, Jerry, Big Show.
Jeez, love to see it. Semps, where can the people find you?
Yo, you can find me at Views TV Official on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, at El Semps on Twitter if you like what I say. And yeah, man, as Tyrone said, man, just follow everybody, support. This is what it's all about, man. Support, love, and we all want to do this thing. We all love talking football, and there's nothing better than just supporting your people and watching them succeed. So, you know, I'm really glad to be up here, and I just want to big up Usmaan as well. He's doing great things. So just get into that 1,000. And yeah, man, let's do this.
Love, bro. Thank you, man. Obviously, like you said, man, you got to show love to everyone. Listen, it's free, man, to show love, man. It's not difficult. And last but not least, Jerry, homie, where can they find you?
The handle there, Twitter, Jerry United _. United team took on the YouTube.
Yes.
Guys, Usmaan 1K, what are you lot waiting for? It's been too long.
Don't worry, man. Relax.
Bro, no. These men are bro. Just smash the subscribe button. What are you not on, fam? 35 away. Come on, man. Let's hit that one.
Wanna be doing that Ronaldo celebration when he scored the free kick for us. Wanna be doing that.
Yeah, but yeah, big up everyone on this show, man. Obviously, this whole football Twitter, YouTube thing is just level around. Young brothers just talking about football, United. We all share the same passion. So yeah, man, it's good to see everyone on the same movement. And yeah, let's keep supporting each other, man. Yeah, thanks.
100%, man. Listen, obviously, as always, make sure you drop a like. Let us know that you enjoyed the podcast. Everyone's links to the YouTube, literally with a name, is down below. Go in the description, hit the link, go subscribe to the homies, man. Show them love. As I've said, man, it's a community. We love to do this. At the end of the day, we're just normal people talking football, spreading good vibes. Even though Fred caught past 5 yards, it's all love. You know, I'm going to be supporting him tomorrow. Nobody at me. That's all I'm saying.
Seeds, absolute seeds.
It's been your boy Usmaan. We'll be back tomorrow with a watch along and hopefully some good vibes on the fan calling show. Peace.
Bless.
Yes.